Dungeon Drawers podcast. I'm your host Justin. So I watch a bunch of movies over the weekend. So I'm gonna try to go Mark Herman style and only to review a movie in 4 minutes or less or whatever. So I'm reviewing Super 8. It's a 2011 sci-fi thriller. It's an hour and 52 minutes. Directed by J.J Abrams, produced by Abrams. I heard he wrote it. I'm not 100% sure. It stars Elle Fanning as Alice Denard, Joel Courtney as Joe Lamb, Ryan Lee as Carrie, Kyle Chandler as Jackson Lamb, Raleigh Griffiths as Charlie Kaznick, and Gabriel Basso Martin. So the movie, I think, takes place during the 80s. It's kind of hard to tell because you have hippies with long hair wandering around, and it's about these group of kids. The main character, Joe Lamb, his mother died in a car accident, and by the father of Alice Denard, who he develops this relationship with when she agrees to work on the film that him and his friends are working on for some film contest. While this is going on, somebody crashes a train filled with mysterious cargo from the U.S. military, and there's an alien, right? which our main characters have to stop, right? Because it wants to kill a lot of people for revenge from being imprisoned by the U.S. military, right? So the film is obviously meant for the Steven Spielberg crowd, people who watch the Goonies and whatnot, E.T. from the 80s and shit. Well, E.T. was from the 70s. This movie is basically a film that's nostalgia bait for Gen Xers. The problem with that is Gen Xers and that crowd, people who grew up during the 80s and 70s, are huge fans of practical effects, and this movie is heavily reliant on CG, where there's a scene where they're filming by a train station, and the train is CGI, and you can tell, just tell, oh, something's gonna happen with that train. And I was right. There was a train crash. And there's other scenes where there's, CGI going on, and you have characters giving stone-faced reactions to weird shit, because it's the George Lucas prequel syndrome, where people are supposed to be reacting to shit, but because it's CGI, they have no idea what, it's either crappy acting or it's it's the stupid directors didn't give enough reference to what the people were reacting to. There's a scene where a guy is working on a power line, and you see in the distance fucking cars and shit getting thrown up in the air, and the guy's reaction is huh, that's weird. It's dude, I've been in situations where I've worked on stuff, and it's dangerous shit, and you're well, it's dangerous, but I gotta keep doing that. But it's if I was in that situation, I would have gone the fuck out there, power line or not. So the movie, I just think is it's the thing where it's supposed to be for boomers, but then it's you have this CGI shit which they don't like, and then you have the thing where it's PG-13. So they were trying to play it both ways by getting kids, a younger audience to watch it, even though younger audience probably is not going to be a fan of of old 80s stuff. And then there's the fact that the kids swear in the movie, so parents aren't going to be a fan of that either, right? So I don't know, man. And then there's the whole Romeo and Juliet thing that's going on in the film, or the Hatfield McCoy's thing with the kids' parents. It just the movie feels it kind of goes all over the place, and the characters, I actually like the characters of the kid the main character's group of friends, but they don't really have enough like enough screen time. That's the problem when you have this like movie that's like that that has like too many characters, and for like a a movie like this, it would have been better as like a TV show. Which is why I think like people compare this to Stranger Things, which is why I actually watched it because I just finished season 3, which not a huge fan of season 3, but it's fucking better than this. Yeah, I'm only giving this movie a 6 out of 10. Not wasn't a fan of it. Don't really recommend it. But if you're a J.J Abrams fan, you would probably like it. All right, guys, peace. Also, it had a $50 million budget. Bye.